3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold.
Woo!
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Myles, You Betcha guy, here with T-shirt guy, Ryan. We are back. We are presented by Ice Mountain, and we are live, and we are rolling, and we are back. Guys, this weekend, Ryan and I took a little trip down memory lane and went to the sports bar here in Fargo. That's where actually I met my wife, Ann. And I tell you what,
scene of the crime.
It's actually a great segue into what we're going to talk about today. But I was on the other end of this segment, I think. So we're going to talk about stuff, some of the cringiest stuff to see.
To witness, yeah.
I bet it was pretty cringy for all those 21-year-olds to see me and Ryan, 30-year-olds, bellied up to the bar at 11 o'clock on a Friday.
You guys are all late.
We were there a little bit too late.
Yeah.
We kind of missed that window by like an hour. And I mean, what do you do? You know?
Did you guys get shit-faced?
I got pretty drunk. Yeah, it felt pretty good. We sat down for dinner and I got a tall beer. Talking huge mug, frosty mug.
Oh, God.
Ryan got there late. Of course, he's always late.
So you were alone.
No, Ann was with me.
Okay, good.
And he pulls up and I look him dead in the eyes. I go, these things are going down so fucking easy right now. I'm about to put on a clinic.
And you did.
Probably had 3 tall ones. Then we had a couple more drinks. Then we went to the bar. I had a bunch there. Let's just say I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was. And that's what we did. And I'm sure it was very cringy to see all those 21-year-olds are looking at us. You know, we're too old to be at that bar when we started talking to the bartender about his kids.
Yeah, that's a good point. Forgot about that one.
And I looked at him. I go, you don't talk about your kids much at this bar, do you? He goes, no. I go, I think we're too old to be here if we're asking you about your kids.
Yeah, it probably.
And you enjoyed the conversation too.
for sure.
Oh, yeah, he was.
For sure.
He had the elbow on the bar talking, you know?
Yeah, he had a 2-year-old. I have 1.5-year-old. So it's like, fuck, we're going to vibe here. I get it.
And then some kid over our shoulder ordered a drink and he handed him like a $4 or something, and then the bartender just goes, I need 75 more cents. The kid was like, what? And I looked at the kid, I went, inflation. Even the bars are feeling inflation, man.
Yeah, and he told him to keep the change too.
So you gave him another $1.
Yeah.
You keep that quarter, buddy.
Quarter tip. I tried so hardly to get out of it. Into going to the next bar.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe Ryan's wife really wanted to go to the bar.
Ryan, you were the downer?
However, I'm glad I went.
Wrong. You were
I
wrong.
look back at it now. I'm like, what a time we had.
You caught him at wrong mood, Ryan.
Yeah,
I was good. No.
He was medium, Ryan, whatever that is. He was in between right mood and wrong.
But you got him into right mood, Ryan.
I was closer to right mood than I was in the middle.
He was just, honestly, he was just being a good sport. You know, it was like, you know, your dog, you got to put him down. You just let him do whatever he wants. That's what it felt. Felt like Ryan knew I was about to be put down at some point.
This is his last meal.
And he was just like, whatever he wants to do, he'll just do, guys.
I got threatened to get fired. I'm like, well, fuck, now I gotta go now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to have to pull this card, Ryan, but if you don't go to this bar, you're fired.
Yeah, so I don't regret going. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, you wanted a job on Monday.
Don't have a single bit of regret.
Ann said she went to the bathroom. Lots of people in the stall, like, 5 21-year-old girls in the stall. And Ann was standing there, and obviously she's 32 weeks pregnant now. So this girl looks at Ann and just goes, you're about ready to go home, aren't you? And that's how you know you're too old to be at the bar. So
how did Ann feel about it? Because you're too old if she's just like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she didn't want to go either. I mean, she's pregnant and knew that I was going to get drunk. So
She threatened to fire her.
But I mean, she's had it easy. We haven't done that very much since she's been pregnant. We've been staying at home because, you know.
She's going to clip that next time. She's like, oh, I've had it so easy, Myles.
Those spur of the moment bar trips are some of the best.
Yep.
Like you can't, if it's planned out and you're looking forward to it, then sometimes it just doesn't live up to the hype. But the spur of the moment ones, you can't beat them.
I actually had a pretty bad spur of the moment bar trip, and I was going to put it on my cringy list, but it's way too specific of a moment for me to add to that list. But I went to the bar after a wedding downtown in Fargo a couple weekends ago, and there was live music, and no one gave a shit about the band. And the band was like, all right, anyone want to come out here and dance? And nobody fucking moved. She's like, all right, well, anyone got a song request? No one said anything. Yeah. And then finally I felt bad. So I went out there, and then it was heavy metal. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking headbang in my suit right now.
Mosh pit. Get the mosh pit going.
You should have started throwing bows.
Yeah, but there was no one to throw bows with. I was the only one out
You
there.
can throw bows on air. Ryan does that all the time.
Yeah. Just start swinging.
Start shadow.
Look like I'm doing the chicken
shadow
dance.
moshing. Shadow mosh.
Yeah.
Mosh like nobody's there.
But that was very cringy because they wanted people to go out there bad, and just no one moved.
They know how to work the crowd.
Yeah.
Slipknot wasn't doing
It was it was a VFW, so it was a strange place to have like heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very weird.
Yeah.
It's just, unless you're going to a heavy metal event,
Yeah.
it just probably doesn't have a place in regular bars and restaurants,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, there's not like a specific bar or restaurant that would call for heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like not a single one.
No.
Except for that one bar in South Dakota, remember? They were just playing heavy metal.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, none of us could talk to each other. And after about 15 minutes, you kind of got a little headache. You know, you're like, I am drinking more to try and have more fun, but this music, man, it's tough. I get that people like it. I get there's a place for it, but it's tough at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you walk in on heavy metal, then I think you can acclimate. But if you walk into like good bar music and then it switches to heavy metal, then it's what do you do?
Yeah. They turned the touch tunes off just for heavy metal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They still got tokens on there. That's never happened to me.
So yeah, all in all, good little mom and dad got out this weekend, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Were you hungover?
A little bit.
Same.
A little bit, but I did my usual routine and got some real greasy food.
Nice.
Lots of caffeine, lots of sugar, and I was back.
Holly run.
Yep, absolutely.
Milkshake.
Yeah, ice cream really does it for me for whatever reason. I don't know.
Everyone knows when you got an upset stomach, suck down some dairy.
That would be the last thing I would do.
Same.
Suck down a nice glass of whole milk.
Well, no, not like that. It's got to have sugar in it.
Yeah.
That's the whole. Really, you're just you're eating ice cream for the sugar rush.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that had to have been pretty cringy. That was kind of my segue there for those 21-year-olds. But in the same vein, there's a lot of 21-year-olds. Really, actually, it's not 21-year-olds. It's people our age, about 30-year-old couples. It's really cringy when they talk in their couple voice to each other.
Like they do a baby voice.
Yeah, it's like basically a baby voice, but they do that in front of other people. Is the cringiest stuff you'll ever see.
What? Why do they feel the need to talk in a different voice?
I don't know. We have a couple friend that I will be perfectly outing if I start saying the things they say, but holy shit, is it terrible.
I think you've mentioned it once before. Is it something like Pooh Bear?
No, that was my buddy Andy. His
Okay.
license plate, him and his wife have Big Bear and Little Bear.
Nice.
That's
on their license plate.
yeah, that's very cringy. And I've told that to his face. I
That
have
makes
no
me
problem.
just want to jump off the Sears Tower.
That's what you said last time I brought it up too.
The Sears Tower. I said Sears
Jump
Tower.
off of something.
Oh my God. I also, I hate it when people call their significant other like bub or something like that.
Hey, Bubby. I hate baby worse though. Baby. Like Babe is fine. It makes me vomit a little in my mouth, but baby makes me want to full on projectile.
See, I kind of hate babe more. At least you're committing to the whole thing.
One more syllable.
Baby.
It doesn't even necessarily make me cringe. It makes me want to vomit. I think, is that the step up from cringe?
I think so.
Or
yeah, you're not just cringe. You're just uncomfortable.
yeah.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Go on.
you know what's cringy to me? Is when someone is drinking any other water other than Ice Mountain.
Hair on the back of the neck.
Just
straight
oh
up.
my
Nails on a
God.
chalkboard.
And like part of me goes like, well, do they even know the mistake that they're making?
You should educate them if they don't.
No, I mean, they don't even know the crime they're committing.
You got to knock it out of their hand.
Swat it.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing them a favor. They'll forgive you.
And honestly, it's just one of those things that I think I'd rather have someone be not drinking water than drinking anything other than Ice Mountain. That's how much it makes me cringe.
All or nothing.
Yeah, I'd rather see someone, their cheeks are kind of sunken because they're so dehydrated. I think the knocking it out of their hand is probably the best solution.
Yeah, that's not cringy at all.
That's anti-cringe, actually.
To go and confront someone about the water they're drinking and suggest a different one, that's not cringy at all.
Say you're
Yeah.
welcome.
So guys, if you see someone else drinking any other water other than Ice Mountain in public, make sure you go and confront them.
Even tap water.
It's way less cringy than letting them drink that water.
Yeah. I'm going to get home. If my wife even thinks about taking a drink of water from our faucet, I'm swatting that glass out of her hand.
Yeah.
You don't want
Tap it away.
to. You don't want to be deceased death by cringe. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, or take the sprayer, like a little sink sprayer, fucking
Yeah.
sprayer down.
You like you would a
That's what you
cat.
get. Yeah. Yep.
A water bottle full of Ice Mountain.
Yeah, or you could get like a squirt gun.
You don't want to
with ice.
waste it though.
No.
Maybe take the water she's drinking, use that for the spray bottle,
Mhm.
so you don't waste it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But guys, don't be cringe. Make sure you're drinking Ice Mountain. I think also when couples fight in public,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
and not just like razzing each other, like clearly there's some deep rooted issues going on and they're choosing to just air it out in front of everyone.
Or they're like trying to keep it vague, but they're clearly fighting about a super specific issue, and they're just like keep saying, "Well, you did that."
Basically, if you show at all in public that you love your significant other, pretty cringy.
No PDA.
It's yeah.
What? Okay. What about arm around a chair when they're sitting
No,
next to you?
that's fine.
Okay.
Because you would put your arm around your mom, right? You would sit there like
Sure.
that,
Okay.
you know. But as soon as you start like rubbing legs
That's yeah. That gets a little odd.
and maybe stroking someone's hair, you know, you're like, all right.
Well, not only is it cringy for like the other people that you are with, but you don't know if the people around you are watching.
Mm-hmm.
I can just imagine sitting at a table like 3 down and being like, "Are you watching him stroke her groin right now? We're in a public restaurant."
Watching him stroke her groin. That would be a
Where
move.
have you seen this?
That would be
That's way too far.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It would be cringy, but
Yeah.
that would be a wild move if he was stroking her crotch, you know?
I just skip that part.
Yeah.
You're in public though. You can't.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta have some build up.
Yeah. It was like the movie Click.
Yeah. It's like if couples are doing anything more than just acting as if they are friends, it gets pretty cringy pretty fast.
So you're out on like making out and stuff.
Yeah. Big time.
I had a cousin who would make out with her boyfriend on the couch on his lap during Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
Why is it so? Like, if you kiss your significant other in private, the sounds that get made, nothing. But as soon as you hear a kiss noise in public, it drives me up a wall. It's such a disgusting sound.
Makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
I don't cringe at like a couple pecking. Like one of them's
No,
leaving, right? Yeah, that doesn't. If they make out though, that's fucking weird, dude.
But okay, so
It's also kind of fun. It's like fun. It's fun though, also because I don't even know how to describe it. It's like
what's fun?
It's
Watching it, or
like the cringiness of it is fun to watch.
yeah,
It's
like
like
a train
it's
wreck,
good people
you know?
walking, people watching.
A good example of the kissing thing that happened to me. So yeah, I got roped into doing maternity photos.
Uh-huh. As you should.
Which Anne was good about it. She was like, "You're just gonna do. You're gonna come with, but you're just gonna do a couple poses, and then we're out of there."
Mm-hmm.
And the photographer was like, "Well, why don't you just like kiss her on the forehead?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude. I hate kissing anything in public." Like Anne and I were so nervous about our first kiss at our wedding because we just don't kiss in public. And I go in, you do the kiss thing. You got to hold it for a little while. And then I was trying to avoid making a noise, but it still made a little bit of a noise and it just made my skin crawl.
So even your own kissing.
Yeah, it was just like, God, I hate that.
Can't wait for the photos.
It's almost like
I'm
you're
gonna
like
be able to hear that through the photo.
It's almost like you just have to go like this and then just remove your lips and not make a noise in public.
Yeah,
or like peel them off sideways.
Yeah, or just remove them in the kissing position.
Yeah, or I should just hover next time and not actually touch her.
Yeah. Yeah, there are ways around it.
No touching.
So yeah, Ryan, what do you think is cringy?
Just looking back at last week, and this might just come with my older age, but when I see, and it's specifically females most of the time, but when they take a shot at the bar and it takes them like 3 or 4 gulps to get it down, a lot of times I'll just look the other way and pretend I didn't see it because that in itself makes my skin crawl. Because like taking a shot's supposed to be cool, right? Like you just fucking pound it, whatever. But when you're sipping on this thing because it's so gross and it's like, oh my God,
that voice drives me up the wall. You doing that voice makes me cringe.
It's good. I mean, it's a good thing it's not my regular. It's my imitation voice.
So what makes it cringy?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm fully on board. I think it's kind of like a ha-ha for me. Like a ha-ha, she couldn't take the shot.
Like it's gross to take that many gulps, or
I mean, I don't know. Read between the lines, I guess.
I see.
No, like I don't really.
I'm lost now.
I don't know how to describe how it's cringy. It just it's subjectively makes me cringe.
Okay.
Next person, I guess.
How's it going today, Ryan?
Not great. Not a lot of sleep last night. 3 minutes to think of this segment. Yep.
It's fine. It's fine.
I cringe really hard. You guys know how much I love karaoke, but when someone is so bad at karaoke that it's not funny, that's really cringy. And you got to sit through it for 3.5 minutes.
I don't know how bad, because I think most bad karaoke is
so
funny.
The worst is when people are up there and they're trying to be good. They're doing really bad. The crowd kind of stops singing along with them. They're up there by themselves, and it just eats my insides up. Like I have a buddy, you guys all know him. He thought it was funny for like a year past the bit was being funny to do the song Tequila, and he missed all 3 times when you have to say tequila. And it was just painful.
Was it a bit that he's doing though?
No, it was absolutely not a bit.
So this one was actually on my list too. Cause
that is very funny that you say that, because there was karaoke at the bar that we were at before we went to the other bar. And a guy came up, our waiter was like, "You guys do karaoke? What's your song?" And Ryan goes, "Tequila."
Well, he's trying to talk me into signing up. I'm like, I'm not, deep down, I'm like, I'm not signing up.
Yeah, but you would at least get the 3 times you have to say the word tequila.
For sure.
Isn't there like a bar that goes across and tells you when you're going to say
it?
There is.
Yeah.
On the other end of things though, Tyler, like I can't say that one for being cringy for me, because I've never done karaoke before. So I don't even want to get up there and do it.
Yeah. Well, and then another one that's cringy in karaoke is when someone does a song that only they like.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to sit here and listen to this deep cut by so-and-so.
Now, the only time it is cool is when it's like maybe a rap song and they know every single word to the rap. You're like, okay, this is nice work.
Yeah, which is rare. But like someone will do an Alanis Morissette song that's not popular. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I think it's really cringy to watch people be rude to waiters and waitresses in person.
I wrote that about cashiers. So yeah, same
It's
church.
mostly just anyone treating a service person badly makes me cringe to no end.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime someone gets a little lippy, starts throwing a tantrum, maybe just demeans them, I'm like, oh my God, I hate this so much. Makes me want to jump out the window.
It truly makes your skin crawl. It's like you want to defend the person a little bit, but you also want to stay the fuck out of it. And you can't remove yourself from the situation because you're a customer there.
Do you try and tune it out? Or are you going to keep listening just for the cringe factor?
Oh, I'm definitely saying something to the other people at my table.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if it was someone at my table, I would say something. I'd be like, dude, she's just trying to do her job, you know, or he's trying to do his job. It's all good.
Yeah. You want to take it to another level. It's the person at your table being rude to somebody.
The only time I've ever said something to a stranger, I was playing blackjack at a bar and a guy kept calling our dealer a bitch when he wouldn't win, and he was dead serious. And I was like, dude, you got to stop doing that. Or then he finally just left the table.
So uncomfortable.
It was. And like he was being like super weird, just saying dumb shit. And then he took it out on the dealer, and it was.
Now, if like I'm in a situation like, you know how I feel about rental car companies, but
Yeah.
when someone loses their mind, I'm a little bit like, I get it. But if I'm next up to the counter, I'll be like, I'll apologize for that guy.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
sorry about that guy.
I'm
We-
one of the good ones.
we know that you guys got a lot going on back there, and your back end systems aren't helping you at all. But yeah, I'm one of the good customers. So,
Also, where's my minivan?
I'll just talk
but
shit
like
about you
also
on my
though,
podcast.
just stop being too much of an idiot.
That guy kind of had a point.
I kind of get it. I'm gonna talk shit about him to you, and then after this, I'm gonna find him in the parking lot and talk shit to him about you.
That guy was such a fucking idiot, wasn't he? Yeah, I mean, clacking on the keyboard. He wasn't even typing anything.
Yeah, rental car companies are maybe the only time it's a little okay to talk shit to someone.
For sure.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
We did have a patron reach out and say that they worked at a rental car company and that they were allowed to like bring vehicles home with them.
So that's a whole other factor these companies aren't taking account for.
Yep.
Yeah, they probably lose their keys at home. Got an Uber to work, and then they're fucking 5 vehicles short.
Oh shit, we need the fucking Hyundai Sonata, but that's at Rick's house right now. We got to
Shit.
Uber there and get it for him.
Yeah, Rick's throwing some aftermarket mods on it. Really juice it up for the high-paying customers. Sonata.
Yeah.
Sonata luxury car. That's for sure.
Mhm.
You can find out a lot about a person, how they treat people in the service industry,
Mhm.
you know? Just, oh God, just even if you're mad, do it after they leave, say something to your table, but
Yeah, I was once at like a restaurant, or whatever, and the people like across from us, like we got our food, and the lady was like pointed at us, like they got their food before we did. We put our order in.
Don't bring us into your shit.
Right? Like I don't know what to do.
I do-
felt guilty of eating.
you like take it off the table, put on, I don't think we didn't get anything.
Last time I was at the grocery store, the reason I put cashier is the lady in front of me in the checkout line, her card wasn't working and she was taking it out on the 85-year-old man that was our cashier, just in his face about their card reader not accepting her card.
Good Lord.
Just
Yeah.
like, holy shit, lady.
Mhm.
Verbal beatdowns.
Like, do
on
you
the
really
daily.
think this man has a degree in computer engineering? He can fix the system for you?
But customer's always right.
Oh, well,
You
then
know?
she just wouldn't swipe it. He's like, you're just gonna have to swipe it. Your chip didn't work. The fucking tap didn't work. You just have to swipe it. She's like, I shouldn't have to swipe it. Your other stuff should work.
Are you in a rush?
Yeah.
Can you take the extra half a second to swipe it?
The lane next to me is like, you can come over here.
That's a tough scene.
Yeah.
I think another cringy moment is when parents discipline their kids in the new millennial way. So like
you got to use the voice too. Give me an example.
the old example is like if you were acting like a dipshit at a family gathering or something, your mom would be like, "Hey, cut it out. Quit doing that." Right? And now it's like "Hey, Jared, can I talk to you for a second? Come on over here."
Jared's
They
two.
kneel down in front of their face, be like, "Now, do you think that felt good to Tyler when you smacked him in the face?" "No, I don't think that it did." Like, I get it. Like, that's how we're parenting now or whatever, but it's just uncomfortable in public. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like too touchy-feely vibe
Mhm.
that just makes... Mostly if people have any sort of lovey-dovey feelings in public, I think I just cringe on.
Myles cringe is just on emotions purely.
Yeah, he's got to stay out of the fucking greeting card section at the grocery store. He gets to the Valentine's Day cards or like happy. He's like, "I'm out of here.
Too much mush and
too
gush.
mushy for me."
Miles is huge on just taking a piece of printer paper and folding it and writing, "This is your card."
Yep. Yep.
So I don't know if you guys feel that way, but
No, I definitely. I'm not a gentle parenter.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
you're pretty mean to Finn.
Finn had it hard.
I'm not a parent.
He died of
anymore.
stress.
Yeah.
It is it is kind of like a fun part of the debrief though. Like if you're with your wife and your kid or whatever and you
other
see something
parents?
like that. I mean, I'm not gonna I'd be lying if I said I hadn't judged other parents on doing
Mhm.
shit like that after we left the scene.
Yeah. One thing that I cringe at super hard are butchered speeches. Like any public speaking where the person does really bad.
Yeah.
It's a tough watch. They're just struggling through trying to read their own words they wrote down. It's tough.
What's the most recent one?
So my wife went back to college and graduated, and we went to her graduation ceremony. And one of
Congrats.
they picked a
She graduated
yeah.
Nice.
like this year.
No, this was like
Oh,
last year.
last summer or something.
but
But
nice if I got an invite to the grad party.
Pulled pork. I would have loved a pulled
you
pork
would have.
sandwich.
You would have.
You probably were, but it just-
yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I'm not fucking going to that.
One of the speakers, like they just pick one of the professors at the school to speak, and it was like one of the engineering shop professors, and he did not want to be up there, and he just spoke. He just did it's a good day. The coach, I can't think of his name. 3 things to have a good day. We talk about
Jimmy
him.
V.
Jimmy
Yeah.
V.
Yeah.
He just did Jimmy V's speech and like told us about Jimmy V's life. Like that was his whole speech, was Jimmy V's life.
I mean,
touching, though.
if you can't do better than Jimmy V's speech, you might as well just
Do Jimmy V's
do a
speech.
little homage.
But like he had like several papers, and then he kept losing his spot, and then he'd have to shift through his fucking papers. And I just felt so bad for the guy. It was tough.
Another moment of cringe that I hate that is in the same speech vein is when a priest will get up to do his sermon. This happens a lot on Christmas and Easter, but starts like getting mad at the people who came to church to feel good.
Passive aggressive. It's
Oh,
like,
sure.
a lot of new faces.
Well,
in
no,
here for
not even
Christmas.
like I've been at church when quite literally he'll be like, and as a society, we're doing this and this, and it's like, oh my God, we came here to feel good, and you're just basically we're in the principal's office right now getting yelled at.
Mhm.
Cringes me to no end.
When people get
Or when priests bring up the word pornography. It happened at my brother's wedding, actually.
what
He said the word pornography, and every
in the
muscle,
wedding service?
yeah, every muscle in my body just tensed up. He's talking about like, things will test a marriage, and he brought up pornography, and I'm like, and I'm hitting the groomsmen next to me. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, I don't know.
yeah.
And then
I don't know.
my sister-in-law said my brother, when that happened, he's like, she squeezed my hand so hard. It was so uncomfortable.
You should ask him after the ceremony. Like, what do you know about pornography? How do you even know that word?
Yeah, priest.
Yeah, priest.
Oddly
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, very. Yeah. You don't even know the abbreviation for it.
So yeah, that's just when a priest starts getting on his high horse.
It starts preaching at us.
Starts preaching. When the preacher starts preaching, man. Oof.
There's no choir there.
And it's like mid-sermon too. It's like you could just wait till the end and get some fucking good tunes going.
I wish in that sense he would only preach to the choir, not us.
Exactly.
Fuck. One thing that makes me cringe is when people get like overly mad during sports. Specifically like at our age, whether it's like city league basketball or golf or whatever. I'm not looking directly at you. No, I've been there.
I can apologize for the cringe.
Because I've also been there. I've been the cringe guy before.
It is tough as the person who does not get mad in sports ever. It's tough for me.
Why don't you fucking care, Tyler?
I'm 30 years old. I don't care. I just don't. I don't think I ever will, even if I want to.
I would say city league basketball was the worst because you got a bunch of 30-some-year-old guys who it's like, what's the point of getting mad here? Why are you arguing with the ref here?
Do you remember when we were in that cornhole tournament in Missouri?
Yeah.
And we were beating those old guys and they were getting fucking pissed at us. I was like, dude, we signed up yesterday. We're
just trying to make 10 grand here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have no business being in this tournament with professionals. And these old bastards were getting super pissed. And like, I usually try to make small talk with the people I'm playing with. And this guy wanted nothing to do with me. It was weird.
Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
I've been working on it though. Every once in a while, I let my demons flare up and get really pissed when I'm doing something competitive.
You talked about it last week, the double club slam.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But now that I did that once, I will have that memory. And when the next time that arises, I won't do it. And then once enough time passes between those club slams, then I'll do another club slam and I'll get back on it.
Yeah.
So, but 2 to 3 times a year, a good freak out will keep me right.
Yeah, we're about another month or 2 away from the next one.
No, I would say maybe end of summer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is nice though when you can just laugh to yourself because you know the person you're with, or if you don't know the person, it's like, what do I do in this situation?
Yeah.
Besides try and get the hairs in the back of my neck to sit down.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. The word like in golf, the worst is when someone hits a bad shot or they're having a shitty round and then they just don't say anything.
Mm-hmm. The silence speaks way louder than words.
Yeah. Poke fun at yourself or do something to like just bridge the gap between.
There's a really good podcast that talked about that like a week ago. I think you can probably find it where all podcasts can be found.
What's it called?
Double Bogey Show.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So
we'll have to maybe give that a listen for the first time here soon.
We also, in that podcast, came up with a really good solution to anger on the golf course.
Were you guys just doing a whole podcast talking about shit about me getting pissed when I played with you, Ryan?
No, we were talking about like the disgusting things people will say to their golf ball.
Oh yeah.
But we solved golf course anger. We just get a pillow and you strap a pillow to your bag like you would a golf towel, and you just fucking scream into that.
Yeah, or
nice.
punch it.
Just let it all out.
Yep.
I gotta get one of those pillows.
No.
Jared, what about you?
Like this comes from my background in journalism, but like when there's like technical TV errors, like on local news, or it's like a really bad.
I'm gonna be honest, just local news in general.
Yeah,
it's pretty cringy.
Yeah. There's one specific one and that I can think of. You guys know one.
Yeah.
But I have think about this cringy stuff is I have to like stay in tune with it. I can't like. There's social media influencers out there that I have to continue to follow because I need the cringiness in my life.
I was actually telling Myles today, there's one dude who's my favorite follow on Facebook because he's the train wreck I can't stop looking at.
I know. You gotta follow it all through the end.
Me and guy that works here used to follow a guy like that, and then his Facebook posts were just cringy to no end. And then he got stabbed to death, so that kind of was a little awkward after that. But
I cringe when someone kills the mood with murder stories.
There's gonna get stabbed.
There's a guy outside the restaurant on Friday who was, just like out the huge windows was just throwing up in like the landscape, right? And that made me cringe.
It didn't really make me cringe. I was like,
That's
man,
funny.
I've been there, dog.
But I needed to continue to watch. I had to watch him throw up because I needed that.
I went up to the window and was like, you are on a journey now. Good luck.
Get a milkshake here, yeah.
Who's that angel? I golfed last night, and there was this group of young kids on a green next to the tee box where I was, and they were arguing. Or there was like a group of 2 and a group of 3 that combined. They must have been playing each other. And they were in each other's faces, ready to throw hands. But these young kids, the way they argued just made my butthole pucker. They were just like, oh, dude, no. Oh, God, dude. That was a fucking practice shot, dude. On my fucking wife, dude. You don't fucking believe me? I am not capping, dude. And it's like, holy shit. It was so hard to listen to.
I think it's cringier when Tyler, who would never talk that way, talks that way.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, God, dude. OG.
It was so hard for me to listen to. And like we were stuck at the tee box waiting for the group in front of us. So we just had to sit there and listen to it. Like, oh yeah, you putting for fucking bogey while we're sitting over here double birdie JV golfer, bitch. And it's like, Jesus
Listening
Christ.
to young kids argue is very cringy.
Yeah.
No, your mom's fat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, your mom is.
My dad can beat up your dad.
Yeah.
My dad could sue your dad harder than mine.
Yeah. Do you know who my dad is?
I also cringe when there's someone who acts like they are the main character that like clearly is not. And like, or like people who, I don't know what's a good way to explain it, but basically they are like doing a lot of things that are like, hey, look at me. Like you guys love watching me do this, right? And you're like, oh,
Nope.
God, no, I don't feel this way. And in the same vein, it's also the person who thinks they're in charge and starts like barking orders, and then people don't do what they're telling them to do.
Just ignore the authority.
That's a tough one.
All right, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and then everyone's like, yeah, but
No.
I think we're gonna do that.
We're not
instead."
going to do that.
Cringy. So, yeah. Ryan or Jared.
Like when people are on like Zoom calls or phone calls and they like keep talking over each other. And
That
like, no,
is
you go
cringy.
ahead. Like it's that weird limbo.
The fucking delay.
Or
They
when
just keep doing
yeah,
it.
or when like someone's cutting out and they're like, can you say it again? We couldn't hear you. And they're like, oh, wait, what?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I'll say it again. And then they say it and it cuts out again. It's just so awkward.
And then somebody has to take charge of like, I think your camera's not working or something like that.
Yeah. I think you're on mute.
Yeah.
Or old people just talk in ways that was acceptable 20 years ago. That's just not
It's
today.
just grandparents being racist is what you mean.
Well, not racist. With sexist is the example I'm thinking of. I was on a plane with one of my grandpas. I will not single them out. And
Well, it's one of two.
I have several left.
Well, one of three.
I've got greats and stuff
Okay.
still alive.
Okay.
That's great.
But the captain gets on the intercom before every flight, and it's a woman. And Grandpa goes, "A woman?" Just loud as fuck.
Oh my God. That would make me.
And I just melted into my seat. I was like, "Shut up."
Can't say that.
Oh my God.
That is a tough one to be around.
Yeah.
Because you know this guy also.
Yeah. And he meant no harm. He was just surprised.
Just old.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now they're going to listen to this podcast and Grandma's going to smack him for it.
A woman.
Shut the fuck up.
An idiot.
Uh,
That's a good one.
Ryan, you know what we messed up on Friday when we were out at the bar?
What?
So we didn't get ourselves any Red Bull vodkas.
No, we didn't.
We should have been sucking down Red Bull vodkas. We could have been out till 2 a.m. then.
I was going to say prolong the night till bar close.
Yeah. But
The energy potion.
But now that I know that next time we do it, we're going to go to holiday gas stations. We're going to buy some Red Bull because they got a super good deal going on right now.
8.4 ounces.
yep. 8.4 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free.
Boom. So I get one, you get one,
My wife gets one.
No, Ryan, Tyler and Jared can share one.
Perfect. I got an early bedtime, so that's great.
Yeah, and we're gonna pregame with some Red Bull vodkas next time we go to the sports bar.
Yeah, it's cringy when people leave the bar before bar close.
Yeah, it is super cringy. So
Always
Some Red Bull bodies in you.
and what better time to do it than right now? Go to Holiday gas stations, 2 for 1.
Like right now.
Or
Pause.
2 for 1
for
or,
2.
or 3 for 2.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Yeah, 3 for 2 right now. And if you want to get really crazy, don't get a third friend, and you and the other friend you have just split the third one.
Yeah,
One and a half.
One and
any
a
friends.
half. You can go with 12 ounces. Just whoa.
Real squirrely.
Yeah, it's the only situation where having no friends kind of works in your benefit.
Yeah.
And you get 3 of them.
Yeah. So guys, if you're going pregame, and don't cringe by going home early.
Mhm.
Go to Holiday gas station, get a buy 2 get 3 deal.
Yep.
Yep. All right, Jared, you got some questions for us?
I do. Artie McNutt. What are the best things to bring to the hospital?
RD.
Artie McNutt.
What are the best things?
I don't get it. It's just a funny name.
Yeah, I think so.
What are the best things to
Marty McFly. Marty McNutt.
Okay. I thought you were saying Artie.
bring? ARDY.
Yeah, he was saying
Oh,
Artie.
Never mind.
Artie McNutt.
What are the best things to bring to the hospital for when the wife goes into labor to make life at the hospital more enjoyable?
We were
Got a
talking
great
about
one
that
for
this
this.
morning.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm also asking this questions to the 2 dads in the room. What
Got
do
a
you guys
great one for this. Would recommend either whatever type of streaming stick you have. So like Roku,
Yep.
Amazon Fire Stick, Google Chromecast, whatever. Plug that baby in the TV. I mean, you got unlimited hours of anything you want to watch.
Smart. Very
Yeah.
smart.
Yep.
Not an ad.
Entertainment, comfort, and addiction. So if you're addicted to anything like me, I'm addicted to nicotine. Got to make sure you have that with you there because you don't want to leave in the middle to go get more.
That'd be a
That's-
tough look.
It's a shitty dad move to have to leave to go get chew in the middle of
Yeah,
delivery.
great for inducing labor too.
Yep.
Or from what we have concluded
What
based
we
off our
have
own
made a
evidence.
hypothesis
Yes.
about.
I tried to give Becca some nicotine last delivery. She wouldn't take it, but
Yeah. It's her
entertainment.
funeral, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go, what do they call the shot they put in your back?
Oh fuck! What is that called?
Morphine?
No,
no.
it's a big ass. We
Yeah,
all
I
know
know.
it. We
Yep.
all know it.
Epidural?
Yes.
Epidural.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jared, with no kids.
If you want to go no epidural, maybe save a little bit on the invoice.
yeah,
Throw upper
Nicotine.
decker in.
I brought my Nintendo Switch last time, but make sure you put that bad boy away when things get real because you don't want to be sitting there playing Mario Kart when things get serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
Rainbow
It's a
Road.
tough look.
So so you were you playing it in the delivery room or in the triage room?
More post, but in the delivery room when things were just chill. They're like,
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, whatever gaming console you have, throw that in a duffel bag. Make sure you bring like four or 5 controllers.
Yeah.
for all your buddies when they
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah, you can get a LAN. What do
Well-
they call it? A LAN party going.
Yeah.
Well, it's not for your buddies. It's the other dads that
Correct.
are also
Yeah.
just gave birth.
That would actually make you a hero.
Yeah, you can link up with the other
That,
dads.
that would be fun. You like meet a lifelong friend because you brought an extra controller to the hospital when you had your kid and the other guy you didn't know.
The last kid we
Great
had, I
storyline.
did end up seeing a buddy who I hadn't seen since high school. It was a good guy. And then he was also in triage just after birth. That was the first time I've seen him since we graduated.
He was in the afterbirth.
He was just sitting in it. Yep.
Cringy.
Can you bring a couple beers with?
Yeah.
Sneak them.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Pour him into a pop can.
yeah. You sneak candy into a movie theater, so you don't have to buy
True.
it.
It's
buy
true.
it
Yeah,
there.
why not a delivery
Yep.
room?
You just
Right.
show up to delivery room and you're wearing a winter coat.
Yep.
And then you open it up and they're all taped to your chest like a bomb. One thing that I've been told a lot is that the sleeping arrangement for dads is not ideal. So I think you're going to want to bring an air mattress because that's what my plan is.
Not enough room.
Oh, I'll make room, Tyler. Don't you worry. I'll put some shit in the hallway. The little fucking electronic machine she's hooked up to, she's fine. You can just throw that in the hallway.
I mean, you could throw it in the bathroom's going to be used a lot.
Yeah.
So I was going to say the bathroom's huge. You could throw it in
Yeah.
the bathroom if you wanted to.
If there isn't room for your air mattress, bring it by all means.
No, I'm good.
I
Yeah,
don't think
bring
there
it.
is though.
There's not.
No, there definitely is going to be enough.
But for sure, bring your own pillow and blanket because there's no pillow, one, for dad. Two, the blankets that they have for dad are those really shitty, scratchy, terrible blankets.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate those.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that it's going to be like those memes where when you're at a buddy's house sleeping and they don't give you a blanket?
100%.
So you're saying I should order a pizza so I can use the box as a blanket?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Or like Subway or something.
Mhm.
Use the outside wrapper.
Maybe I'll see if I can find an extra pair of scrubs in the closet and throw those on.
Hopefully the toilet paper roll's brand new so you can get a little extra coverage.
Yeah, mummy it.
Trap the body heat. Yeah, trap the body heat in.
Yeah, look, I'm a mummy.
I'm a mummy. You're a mommy.
In Australia, you would also be a mummy.
But yeah, that's it. Just all that stuff.
Just the basics.
Obviously, extra change of clothes. Maybe I wore
Yeah.
the same. We weren't in there for that long. I wore the same
Yes.
clothes all the time.
Make sure you sweat pants it. You don't want to be stuck in jeans for 2 days.
No,
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, you are a huge sweatpants guy.
I am.
I think you just need more comfortable jeans.
This is my only pair of comfortable jeans. I wear them twice a week at least.
Yeah.
those ones I gave you.
No, I got these. There's the only ones I spent real money on.
Oh, sure.
That's why they're comfy.
I feel like every time we talk about jeans, you always bring that up that you gave Tyler jeans.
I did. Yeah.
I've worn them like once.
I used to wear 36s.
Every time.
You did?
Yeah,
So right now I could fit into your old jeans.
probably got some if you
Oh,
want
that's
them.
The jeans you
crazy.
gave me are 34s.
Oh, so that was like a post just right after 36s.
Yeah.
About a month or two, probably.
Yeah, they're a little bit flood warning for me though, a little short.
Sure, that makes sense. You got phone charger. You gotta have phone charger.
Yeah, that's a very practical, realistic
Plug in
one.
toothpaste and toothbrush.
Mm-hmm. Myles is going
Um,
the whole time not brushing his teeth. He hates
If
brushing
you
his
think
teeth.
that I'm brushing my teeth at the hospital, you are dreaming. Unless they put me under and brush my teeth for me.
Hold him down.
But you'll have your child at that time. You got to start teaching him good lessons. You got to start teaching him how to brush his teeth.
I
every
don't
night.
have to worry about that for at least a couple years. And honestly, not until they're like 8 or 9, because the baby teeth that they have are going to fall out anyways. I'm going to teach them good hygiene on those. It's a waste of time.
That is true.
Resources.
My kids.
You're brushing teeth that are going to fall out anyways. That's just dumb.
More so about like decent breath, though. You know.
Yeah, just give them some gum. Little kids do really well with gum. They never swallow it. They don't get it stuck on anything, you know?
Yeah.
So just give them gum. Don't brush their teeth. The teeth are going to fall out. Then you can teach them.
It's time.
Yeah, give him an Altoid.
Thank you, Ryan.
Seymour Butts. What's your go-to Subway order?
I don't go to Subway
I haven't been
ever.
to Subway.
I just went last week.
What'd
What
you
is
order?
I will tell you, when I was probably like 8 to 12 years old, the go-to Subway order was Veggie Delight. Extra mayo, extra black olives.
Like no meat?
No meat.
Ugh.
Veggie Delight.
Ew.
It's just the most.
For like
Serial
4 years
killer.
straight.
That's just so insane.
I can pretty confidently
It was
say
so good.
I've
It's a
never
serial
eaten
killer
that.
trait from you.
It was unbelievable, you guys. Extra mayo, extra black olives.
That's just the strangest. So you're just eating a mayo and veggie sandwich?
Yeah,
That's so disgusting.
it's unbelievable. That was back when they had honey oat, though.
No, that doesn't make it any better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You could have the best bread on earth, and I'd still be like, yeah, I don't think I'm on board.
What's another situation you would have?
That would make me cringe if I was with a buddy at Subway and he ordered a Veggie Delight, extra mayo, extra olives. I would be cringing, and then he would go through the line, and I'd be like, so sorry about that. Just like I'm at the rental car booth.
But also, could you hurry up a little?
Yeah.
In
But
my-
also, like, of course, I want it fucking toasted.
Why do you even have
they didn't even
that?
have toasting back then. You couldn't even toast it. It was straight cold.
I would get like a chicken bacon ranch when I was like 18, 19 going to Subway.
It's a good one.
I would usually just get like a turkey ham and then just eyeball the veggies and just throw whatever on there.
Yeah, whatever's looking halfway decent that
You
day.
know, if I was feeling crazy, I'd maybe salt and pepper it a little bit.
Ooh.
Maybe get a little oil on there. Lots of pickles, lettuce, bacon. If I really was feeling crazy, pepper jack cheese.
Let's got some veggies.
But I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been to Subway unless I was rolling through a small town. It was the only option to eat.
Which typically it is in a small town.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the last time that I had Subway. I don't know. Is it me or did they fall off?
They did.
I feel like
I feel
Taste-wise,
like
they definitely did.
when the Subway first came around, it was like really good submarine sandwiches.
Yep.
Mhm.
And now the last time I had it, maybe it was like the last time we were at our original office. There was a Subway across the street.
oh yeah,
And the bread was flaky and shit. And I don't know.
Yeah, it was like eating a yoga mat.
Oh, I think
Literally.
they were huge back in the day because they were one of the first ever like fast casual type places where
Yeah.
you build your meal in front of you.
Yeah.
Like not many places were doing that.
Yeah, now everywhere's doing it.
Yeah.
But you also have so many other options.
And then-
Subway today.
Also, the guy that made them famous was a pedophile, so that hurt their
is
image
true.
a
That
lot.
doesn't
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
That'll leave a bad taste in your mouth. And I'm not just talking about the chicken
No.
sandwich.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. Was just there last week, and they changed the names of all their subs.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
because of Fogel.
I have no idea.
Mm.
So like the Italian
Jared.
BMT is not.
Oh, that's his last name.
Yeah.
It's not the Italian BMT anymore.
Jared knows
It's-
because he has to specify because his name's Jared.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why I call him Fogel.
It's a huge loss for the Jared community.
Yeah,
That's why you changed your name to spell it differently, right?
exactly. Right after it happened, I changed my name.
Mhm.
Were they? How do you spell his name? Jared.
Yeah, it's
The normal way.
quote
okay.
unquote normal.
Sure. I'm a big Italian BMT guy though.
Same.
Put everything on it,
Bigger, meatier, tastier.
but it's not called that anymore. So I actually don't even know what to order anymore.
Lost puppy. Let's do Mushy Gushy Tushy asks. My wife and I are having our
That's
first
the new name of the BMT.
yeah, Mushy Gushy
Probably.
MGT.
Little pork butt. Little pork butt sandwich. Mushy gushy tushy.
My wife and I are having our first kid coming up.
Congrats.
Any nickname ideas on what he should call his grandpa?
Grandpa.
Peepaw. Poopy.
Pip.
Peopy.
Pappy. Pappy's a good one. It's a classic.
Pappy.
Pawpaw pee-pee.
Pee-poo
Lots
papa.
of peas and poos and paws.
I think
Anytime you can throw in a pee, a poo, or a paw, you're doing something right.
I think you go
G-paw.
full anti and just call him by his first name.
Yeah, it's a baller move.
Yeah. Vern. Hey, Vern.
Yeah. Or like Grandpa Vern.
Frank. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna encourage my kids to just call them grandma and grandpa.
Mhm.
My mom tried to get us on board with some random one, which is also insane. My nieces and nephews, each family calls my parents a different name.
Hmm.
So when my one niece who's with my brother and my other niece who's with my sister, they were at a family function and they were talking about my mother and they were both saying different names and they didn't know who they were talking about.
Oh.
So I think it's also important to link up with your siblings if you have them to get everyone on the same page so there's not a lost in translation situation.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Hmm.
What were the different names, if you don't mind?
God.
Mima.
No, it's like Grammy is one.
That's a good one.
The other one is May May, which makes me want to just, swallow some lead.
I can't. Yeah.
The Grammy's not so bad.
No.
Could be worse.
Could be better.
May May.
The amount of things like with little kids that I can imagine make you want to swallow lead is going to be so much less when you have a kid.
Mhm.
Really?
So much less.
That's good. I don't want to swallow lead.
And you'll start baby talking too.
Yep.
No,
Well,
I'm talking to my kid just like
You
this.
can't talk to an infant in your regular voice.
No, I know, guys, but just stop. Just stop, guys.
And you don't have to transition yet. You got a couple months left. Just be yourself, you know.
And then
Would be
change,
fun-
and
would
then
be
change
fun.
completely.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah.
Would be funny if my kid just called my dad just Mike.
That would be hilarious.
It'd be very funny.
would be
And it
good,
would piss them off a lot.
My dad forced Papa onto my kids, so that's what they call him. And I tried to get them to call him Jason because he was doing that.
Really?
It did not stick. He
combating
won.
it.
He won. So, but
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's giving them all the candy and shit.
yeah, he turned into
Yeah,
he was
win
an
him over.
absolute fucking hard ass raising me, and now he's this softy old man.
Yeah.
Old man.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, can I have some more milk? How funny that would be.
No, you gotta call him Michael. Hey, Michael, Dad was talking to me, and he said you got a stash of Skittles in the cupboard somewhere.
No, bit of honeys is what he'd
Yeah.
have.
Ah.
Or orange slices.
Oh,
the candy orange
I
slices.
like those.
Mm-hmm.
Big Oz 454. What sports season lasts too long?
Baseball.
Baseball, basketball, hockey. Basically, all the professional sports are getting a little long.
Except football.
Football, though, you start to lose me a little. If it was a 14, 15 game season, I think that would be
So
perfect.
like college football.
College football is the perfect amount of football.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think that's a great assessment, Jared.
Okay.
I don't know why that was so funny. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think
almost all of them. I mean,
Baseball's the obvious.
the
Number
fact,
one.
The fact that they start NBA in November
Yeah.
and it ends in June.
Actually, I
is
think it's late October.
I think it's before November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
October to June. It's a lot of basketball. You just lose interest. I don't know.
It just makes every game less meaningful.
Mhm.
Like I cannot buy into. I love the sport of baseball. I hate professional baseball because I can't turn a game on a Tuesday in June and feel like it matters in
Yeah,
any way, shape,
for
or form.
It's a grind.
I can feel
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah. And then the first round of the MLB playoffs, it's like 5 games. It's not even a 7-game series.
Right.
So they just breeze through the playoffs in
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah.
It's like give us 30 less games this season during the regular season and expand the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm here for banana ball.
I don't know what that is.
Savannah?
So the Savannah bananas,
Mm.
they invented like a whole style of game that's meant to keep people's interest.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters. With
See, that I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
with an individual game holding my interest. It's just
No, I know.
yeah.
But I am on board. Isn't it that if a fan catches a ball, it's an out?
Mm-hmm.
That alone
That's sweet.
makes me want to go to a game.
Even if you hit a fucking 400-foot bomb into the stands, you could be out.
No?
Yeah, I don't know if that counts or not.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. I just am wondering.
That's not banana.
They got like instant replay on fan
I think.
catches.
Well, I think most of the stadiums they play, they don't have stands in the outfield. I
Oh,
think is.
Because they're similar size to the Red Hawks, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go Hawks.
And I was watching a video about the guy who invented banana ball and really loved his stuff.
Good guy.
I don't know if he's a good guy or not, but he had some good ideas.
Sure.
Good idea, guy. I don't know.
What is he a good guy?
I'm on board.
Like, after the whole Jared Subway thing, you just can't assume with anyone.
Can't trust anybody these days.
No, yeah. So that's why millennials have trust issues.
It's a Fogle.
Jared pulled the rug
Fogle.
out from underneath us.
Cosby.
Cosby.
Yeah.
Another example.
Dan
Yeah.
Schneider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Weinstein.
I didn't really know Weinstein though. I would have never have known Weinstein existed until people,
Yeah.
said that Weinstein existed.
Yeah.
Not a good guy.
Which is probably good for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been tough to be a Weinstein fan, and then that comes out. Just like the Cosby Show, you know.
Yeah, next is going to be fucking Mr. Rogers. Hopefully not.
No, never.
Isn't he dead?
He is,
Yeah.
yeah, but
I feel like stuff would have been out by now.
Yeah.
So I think we can't ever fully do that, but I feel good enough.
The dust is settled.
I'm pretty confident.
I think the smoke and dust has settled quite a bit on Mr. Rogers.
Thank God.
Just like his
What a
dust
man.
is settling in his casket at this point. You are dusted until dust you shall return.
Well, he was cremated
Yeah, they spread his ashes in his neighborhood.
right by the trade.
Mm-hmm.
2 fun facts.
Ooh.
I really like these actually.
Okay.
What?
The letter J was the last letter added to the alphabet. It dates back to 1524. Before it became a letter, the letter I was used for both I and J sounds.
Okay, but what about Jesus?
Yahweh.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah, but it's still.
No, I know it's still spelled.
But he had like
yeah.
a different name in the original
'cause
manuscripts.
when the King James Bible came out in like 1500s.
Let's Google that. Let's find out. When did King James decide he needed a Bible?
When did the Bible drop?
When did God drop that fire that was the Bible?
1611.
Okay, so you probably in what would they have been speaking? Hebrew?
Latin?
Some may probably different, right?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
When was the letter J put into the alphabet?
1524.
Okay.
Yeah, timeline adds up, Jared.
Imagine being the guy being like, all right, hear me out. We need another letter.
One more.
It's going to be
more.
just like the I, but we're
Just
gonna
a
have
little cute little guy
tail.
at the end.
Well,
Yeah.
it's gonna go below the line too.
I mean, it makes sense if you think about the similarities between an uppercase I and uppercase J and lowercase as well. They are very similar.
Very
That is
similar.
true.
Do you think with what came first, letter M or letter N, you think?
N.
So they're just like, guys, wait, hold on. Okay, watch
Drop a
this.
bar.
Watch this. We'll just. Oh my God!
And-
Perfect.
And then some other guy was like, wait. He flips the M upside
Yeah.
down.
yeah.
Or we could call it double M. No.
No.
Double U.
Upside double M or just upside M, upside down M. No, it's more like 2 U's.
It's actually some of them are 2 V's too. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or an N and a half.
Yeah, why isn't it double V? That makes way more sense.
double V sound.
That's how I'm going to teach my kid how to say the alphabet.
Well, in cursive, they were U's.
Double V, X, Y, and Z.
TUV double VX.
Just to prove a point.
That would piss off Ann so much. That would be awesome. Just secretly teach him that it's double V and not W. That would actually be very funny. He gets to grade school and just starts arguing with the teacher. And the
your kid would for sure.
And the teacher would just be like, I mean, like, you are right. It does look more like 2 V's than 2 U's. But in cursive, it looks like 2 U's.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I'm going to tell my kids' teachers that I don't want them learning cursive. It's a waste of time.
I'm not sure if they.
I enjoy the cursive lesson in school.
So
Me
when
too.
you guys get to the cursive lesson, I want you to send them out for recess
Double recess.
or extra snack time. You pick.
Yeah. Give him seconds at lunch.
It's a personal choice. We shake hands.
It gets to cursive time. The teacher just hands them earplugs.
Yeah.
So he just sits there with earplugs in.
And a fucking sleeping mask.
Mhm.
Some sort of blindfold.
We shake hands to show we're unarmed. Shaking hands became a friendly greeting because it was proof that you come in peace and weren't holding a weapon. It was also a sign of trust that you believed the other person wasn't going to take their sword out to fight you either.
So that's why you shake with your right hand, because most people's sword hand was the right hand.
Mm.
That's kind of cool.
Does anybody shake? Like, if you're left hand dominant, do you shake with? You
Nah.
don't shake with your left
No.
hand.
The only time you're
It's
shaking
so
with
weird.
left hands is if you got one hand.
Oh, yeah. That's
If
Or
you're
if
left-handed,
Or you're
Myles.
at the urinal.
Or if you got something in your right hand.
Yeah. I'm still not shaking with I'm moving it to my left and then shaking with my right.
Yeah, you shake with your right hand. That's how we do it, Ryan. So,
Yeah.
that's how we do it.
I don't do it.
I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah, put her here. Let me see you're unarmed.
I don't trust you yet.
Yeah.
Proof they had nothing in their hand. I'm like, I could just
Shake their
look
hand.
at their hand.
I mean, and then you whip out your, gotcha.
It was a trick.
Left hand.
There you go. Like this. Pull them in. Gun right to the gut.
There's ways around it.
I'm left-handed, bitch.
Yeah, does that bother you, Myles? Shake it with your right hand or no?
That's all I know.
Okay.
Maybe I should just start doing it. Just put out the left hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Power move.
yeah, it would be. They take it, turn it over, so your hand's on top, then pull them in.
Well, no, you want dominance. Your hand's supposed to be palm up, pull them in. So people to like assert dominance, they come in for a handshake with their palm up.
Then they don't they turn it?
I don't know either way.
I honestly don't know what the thing is. I just assume.
I guess I don't know if they turn it or not, but they come in palm up.
Jared, Google how to assert dominance in a handshake.
How do
palm up or palm down? Does it go like this to someone? I suppose.
assert dominance handshake over a cat? Place your palm downward when offering your hand to someone.
It's a form of aggressive communication.
So what's down like?
Your palm down is aggressive. So opposite. Ryan said just flip.
Ryan's been thinking he's been dominant this whole time, and he's just submitting to everyone by doing palm up. Yeah, see, I was right? You put your hand on top, palm down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one potato, two potato.
See, right here. So we go like this. I got the dominant position here. Where
See,
if
I feel like I'm stronger. I'm stronger like this than I would be like this.
But according to Google, you are in the submissive position right now, Ryan, on the bottom.
Because I know a lot of dominant people who will come with
Is this a club?
who will come with palm up.
yeah, it goes like this. You go like this, then go. Then you
So
turn
you
it.
flip it. Okay.
You're tricking them into thinking you're submissive, and then boom, you're the
Yeah,
dom
Snake
after.
in, snake in the grass. Ryan walks away from me a handshake, being like, "God, what a fucking submissive little bitch." He had his palm down. That's you categorize that one as a tough pill to swallow. He's just replaying all of the handshakes of his entire.
I'm just thinking of all the people
that have bested you.
that have gone palm up. Look at Trump. Trump's a palm up guy.
I don't.
But he pulls them in though.
Right, he pulls him in
No,
palm.
I think his whole thing is to put his hand on top,
Yeah.
and then he like pulls you in.
Fuck, I don't know. This theory of mine came from somewhere. There's logic behind it. I just can't pull it out of me.
That's why you and I need to just shake like this. Thumbs up.
thumbs up. There you get thumb war.
That made me cringe. I didn't like that.
Good.
I'm gonna do some research on this. I'll get back to you on Patreon.
I don't think there's any getting back to that needs to happen.
I mean, we simply took the first listing.
And what
you can't always
research are you
believe
going to
that.
do that's any better than that?
I'll dive into it.
He's like,
History of the handshake.
he's like, I'll Bing it instead of Google it.
Fucking ask Jeeves.
Well, is that it, Jared?
That's all I have.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to another episode of You Betcha Radio Podcast. May your handshakes be dominant with your palm down. And may your subways be Jared free. Cheers, Ryan.
Fogel.
Fogel.
Don't eat that foot long.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.